It says it's showtime, baby. You don't have to wait for a commercial to come into this one. We're just ready to go. It's bright in here too. It's usually nighttime when I do these things, but my window's open. Got a lot of sunlight coming in here. What's up, Adrian? You haven't filmed anything? It's supposed to be your film day. You got nothing done. You're terrible. And I'm just going to say it. I don't have anything serious to talk about here. I just was hating life right now because it's snowing like crazy. Just snowing like crazy. I had to call off work today, which I rarely ever do. Hey, Rodney. Hey, Chad. What's up? I had to call off work. That sucks. I like to have perfect attendance. So now it's screwed up. And I'm probably not going tomorrow either because we just got cleared up here and now it's coming down like snowflakes the size of your head fast. They're coming down hard and fast. Um, oh, when you said hey Rod, that's what people used to call me. They used to call me B Rod, Bruce Rodriguez. I'm like, wait, there's a Rodney in here. But yeah, so not really much. Just checking in to say what's up. I really want to make a couple of videos, but I don't want to force them. I don't want to make the same crap everybody else is making. It's got to be my own crap. Um, but and we'll see who comes in. See if there's anything to talk about. Um, because I do have another thing that's been on my mind, but it's not really important. I didn't really put it all together yet in clear, words to make sense, and I don't want to just spill it out off the top of my head. But I can do that too. Um, so let me see. I was thinking of maybe pulling up my WordPress site and showing how I put site tags and things on there, but maybe I'll just do a regular video for that. Let's see. Even though people post the same things, there's only one you. You will do it differently than others. Yep. Yeah. I just don't want to force it. You know. Sometimes it looks like some of the channels are kind of forcing stuff, like really fighting to think of something to post about, and it just kind of becomes the same thing. But that's cool. I just don't want to do it. But I do want to do one on how I do foundationless frames because it's not exactly the same as most people do it. And then just maybe something showing about how I scout out locations for the swarm traps I'm going to put up, which I'm not putting too many up, maybe 10 at the most. I don't really need to add extra stuff to what I'm already going to be doing. And I don't know what else was I going to do. I mean, like, I can't make chicken videos, and because I'm not a chicken, I don't, just not a chicken person. Um, bees are dragging out the dead. Yeah, they're not doing that here. They're just stuck in there. And then I had a hive fall over yesterday. Well, not yesterday. I stood it up yesterday, but I found out it fell down the day before. So it was there for 2 days. Oh, here you go, swearing on my thing. Look at this. I'm fighting to think of shit to post. Nothing to post about bees here. Yeah, don't fight it. Don't fight the feeling. Got an idea? I'm not a chicken. I'm not a chicken either. And then you no chicken person. Shango Gumi, what's up, man? How you doing? Um, but if nothing comes up, then I will talk about the dumb thing on my mind. Hickory Hives is here. Wrap plastic around the chicken around this morning. Did I ever look at this channel before? Do I know this person? Hold on. I've seen you guys in here before. I don't know if I looked at your channel. Hickory Hives. Hold on. Huh. Didn't come up. Maybe that's why. What does it say? Hickory Hives. Yeah. It doesn't come up as a channel. Nope. Maybe maybe you're using a different name than on your channel. If you have a channel, you don't have to have a channel. I love people that don't have channels because then I don't have to have to watch other videos. But let's see. So Hickory Hives wrapped plastic around the chicken run this morning. Yeah, we have a little plastic on the one side just to stop the wind, but not all the way around. Make videos of me picking on the kids. Yep, that's always make little TikToks. Oh, you don't have anything on YouTube? Okay, that explains it. That's cool. Um, Wes is in the house. Hello, beekeepers. All right, so maybe if we have a few more beekeepers, then I'll say my dumb thing because nobody watches live replays. Don't let them lie to you. I sometimes do. Most of the time, I don't, just because, damn, they're long, man. If it's like an hour and a half, and there's only 24 hours in a day, 12 of them I'm working, I can't sit there and watch an hour and a half live unless I'm in it. Speaking of lives that I'm in a lot recently, hey, there's Emma in here. What's up? I don't think you might have been in one before, but for some reason, a couple lives, not a lot, but a couple lives. I think I'm blocked. I think I'm blocked from them because I'm noticing that whoever's having the live will read, like, say hi to the person right above me and then right below me and never say anything. So I think I'm blocked in a few lives just because of the recent stupidity that happened. But it's cool. I didn't really like them anyway. Let's see. Jay, got to make some more of those, making fun of the kids. Emma's here. Um, yeah. Wes is probably well. Um, yeah, Chad's out messing with them trains a lot, probably taking them far away from home. Lyndon Cashetta Bees is in his house. What's up? Got those websites coming along very nicely. You got to really mess around with WordPress though. Go into the nuts and bolts of like the setup and the what would you call it, the settings and stuff, and make sure you're putting in tags, site tags, post tags. Use those tags up just like you would on YouTube or on, not really Facebook, but YouTube definitely. You want to have that on your swarm removal site, which I've found some other people making websites, which I thought was curious. Suddenly they want websites, but that's cool. Um, he's a dumb locomotive mechanic. What is that? That doesn't probably take that much. Just put gas in it, right? Or shovel the coal into it. Um, Lyndon's been playing around with it a bit. That's what she said. Uh, yeah, WordPress. Yeah, she hates it. You don't hate it. You just don't prefer it. I like it. For me, it's just easy, the easiest, and it seems like it really gets me a lot of calls, a ton of calls, way better than Wix did. And that, I've never used anything else, just Wix, and then WordPress. Chat singing. Put gas in it and turn the key. Yeah. Oh my god, all you computer nuts can't figure out WordPress, and I'm like a computer goofball, and I got it pretty much whipped. I know, I'm funny. Um, okay, so we'll talk what you guys want to talk about. As long as you guys keep giving me some stuff. I hate it, but oh wow, you're a web designer. Yeah, you could probably do it. You can start from just a blank website. I couldn't do that. I like the templates because then I just go in and pull that stuff out and put in my own stuff. Man, web designer. That would be nice to know that stuff. I mean, maybe you know more about some of the best ways to have really good SEO. I just know like rumors from googling it. But the backlinks, I'm pretty sure backlinks are good if it's a related website. especially a swarm removal website. So if your friends have swarm removal websites and you guys have all similar kind of information but not the same, and then use link to each other, that's gotta help with the I guess like the web crawling or whatever. Um, you code it from scratch. I wish I could even know what coding is. I don't even know. WordPress was hard. Yeah, and we're talking like we're not talking about like a major important website for a major important thing. It's just very simply somebody finds a swarm, they quickly Google, you just want them to see your name and your number. And maybe 5 out of 10 times it's going to go to somebody else, but you just want to get a few of them, you know, here and there. You don't have to get them all. I get almost all of them, almost all. When you Google swarm removal in Berks County, Pennsylvania, I just come up because my site's kind of older. It's kind of I've been developing it for a little while, so it's pretty good, if I may say so myself. Um, yeah, I mean, you could catch them all, but I still see these other people that that I know. I know them. We're not friends or anything, but they're beekeepers. They're in my area, and they're getting swarm calls. So how are they getting them? From their websites, and there's are just some of them are even way nicer than mine. They must know how to code or something, but maybe their site just I don't know. I don't know why I get the most calls. I mean, it's a nice site. I mean, I'm on it. My site is simple, uniform. Yep, and that's what it's got to. That's all it's got to be. Okay, so I'm blocked from a lot of people's lives. Not a lot, a few. And then the other, I'm just looking at the snow. I'm like looking out the window, hoping it'll stop. And it's just not. It's coming down harder. I'm glad I got plenty of stuff here. Um, so the thing that I was thinking about, I don't have a lot of beekeepers in here. Um, Reviews WordPress. Yeah, yeah, optimize it for mobile. So you got to look at it on your phone. So far, when I looked, I don't know if I looked at Chad's and Lyndon's on my phone. I think I looked at it on here. But yeah, pull it up on your phone. Hopefully, it looks good. Um, I was telling Adrian that I had an epiphany about beekeepers and why they fight so much and how they could. I think I solved the war between people who treat and who don't. I think I solved that thing. I mean, it would be. I almost think it's easier to have world peace than it is to have beekeeper peace. But I think I figured it out. And of all the people who kind of, I don't want to say inspired me because I don't get inspired by this person, but I don't know how to explain it. I'm just going to say it. Randy Oliver's, the thing that he said kind of like he's never been somebody that I look up to really. Not, I don't disrespect him. He's just not, he just doesn't do what I do. I don't do what he does. But but he said a lot of things in that one interview that I keep talking about. Hey, there's Milk. There's David, right? Or Milk coming on with the come on. Now you got me saying come on in my little short I did today. I said something like come on. I was like, oh damn, I'm watching too many of those videos over there. But back to what Randy Oliver says. He of course he treats all his bees, um, and then he dabbles around with doing some selecting. But he also at the same time concedes that the only way to, or the only way we could have been past all these varroa mite issues is by not treating it all, like the way South Africa did and some other areas. I don't know. I've never been there. And David or Milk. Okay, yep. Yeah, because I think Tim was calling you the milkman. I'm like, no, it's just milk. Um, some people will say that in South Africa, it took 10 years for them to take all the crashes, all the mite crashes, and the ups and downs till they finally have a nice steady state of, of resistance and really no problems. They don't even really think about mites anymore. So they will say that it's going to take us 10 years here in the United States to do that. But the difference is there have been people since the beginning of this whole thing that have been doing the part that you need to do. So it wouldn't be like we'd be starting from scratch. It could be done. It could be the industry could someday say, "Hey, we want to go ahead and concede that you're doing what needs to be done for us to get anywhere. Why don't we try to split from why don't we try to use those genetics instead?" But that's not really what I was trying to say. Um, Here's the thing: like when I first started messing with bees, the first couple of years, I'm not much less militant about not treating, but I just had no time to talk to anybody that did things differently. That I just didn't want to even associate with them, and I'm not like that now. I'm nowhere near like that. I finally understand that people have to do what they have to do based on their goals. Not everybody's goal is to breed for resistance. Some people just want to have bees that are alive. They don't care about someone else's goal, and that's cool. Um, so that's what treatment-free beekeepers should do. People like the old me, and even some of the way I find myself acting sometimes now. We need to knock off just wanting to smash people who treat their bees, wanting to smash them all the time. If we can just make that, give that little, have that little bit of give, like, hey, we don't need to fight about this. We understand you have to do what you need to do that. But then on the other side, which is also important, there's another side. The other side, of course, is a lot of times the exact same way. You know, the treatment-free beekeepers are making mite bombs. They're causing all this suffering. They're teaching people how to lose all their bees. You know, there's all those things, and some of those things are partially true. But if the treating side of beekeeping could just kind of stay in their lane, do what they have to do, yet concede that the other side is not trying to ruin their whole life. Okay, they're trying for a goal of simply breeding from survivors. That's it. Just trying to breed from survivors that don't get treated. So why can't both sides just kind of agree and then think towards the future something like we're going to, the treating side, we're going to keep our bees alive however we have to. But why don't we look over to these people who are letting their bees get punished to death and still have survivors? Why don't we kind of bridge that little bit of a gap there and say, hey, you guys, I got a big queen breeding operation. Let me get the best you have. Like, give me your best thing, and don't do it as like some way to try to make them look stupid. Like, say, I sincerely want to give a couple rounds to these bees that they're honeybees. They're the same freaking bees. They just have survived without treating. Um, and then try it out and see what happens. That's kind of like the very truncated version of what I was thinking. We really don't have to be fighting all the time. Um, and trust me, I love fighting about stuff, but we don't have to fight all the time. We can just kind of look at the other team, the other side, because it's a terrible split. They just seem to hate each other from a lot of forums I see and that I'm in. Like I'll get booted out of a Facebook group for daring to mention not treating bees, or for And same thing like in a big treatment free group, you can't come in there and talk about treatments. Um, that's kind of a different story. So let me just see if I'm missing anything here. Um, okay, talking about websites. There's two sides. Yeah. Um, we don't fight. Yeah, me and Adrian don't fight. Um, because yeah, we don't need to fight. Now, I don't use the yeah. See, and I don't think we should. I don't think anybody should be afraid of what they do. They should be able to say, "Hey, listen, dude, I'm not mad at you. Don't start shit with me. I just don't treat my bees, because my goals are different. I don't have orders to fill. I'm not a I don't have pressure on me. I have my own goals. I like the yeah, I don't like I got booted out of that group. I don't like that group. Because it's just not a it's not there's nothing it's just a regular group if you really look at it. But um, the title sounds good. It sounds good. Um, so yeah, coexist, as Chad's saying. I mean, some people might hear this and just say, "Screw you, dude. I don't care. I can't stand you bums." And it's like, hey, that's cool. Um, but that's my idea. I'm sure from this little live stream, it's not gonna get out and get to people's brains. But I think if they actually work together, they could probably just whip this thing. But then you got to think. Well, I have to think. Do I really want all the bees to be able to survive without treatments the way they, you know, supposedly according to the old wives' tales did 50 years ago? Just basically everything survived all the time. Like you bought bees once, you never did again because they would never die. I couldn't understand that. They just never died. Yeah, uppity about feeding. Yeah, a few people have tried to make treatment free groups. Um, none of them. I mean, I don't know what you would call a group that's not only doesn't treat but never feeds. It'd just be, I don't know. It's a little extreme to me. I've established that feeding is not a treatment, so it doesn't. It's just an extra step to deprive bees of something. Um, and it can be done in some places that you don't have to feed. Me here, I wouldn't have any bees; they'd all be dead. If someone wanted to try a treatment-free colony, they could have them on the same property. Could they have them on the same property? How far apart? Yeah, that's something that comes up a lot. It's not like I have all my bees here, but there's plenty of people around me that treat their bees. They're always going to affect one another. Um, and the thing is, there's no such thing as a treatment free colony. It's only the beekeepers who are treatment free. Bees in a tree or in an old barn where no one touches them, they're not treatment free bees. They're just bees. They're bees that no one's been able to treat because they're not in a position to be treated. But all bees would prefer to never be treated. So it's the beekeeper. But I don't want to. Um, if you another thing, the idea of just trying a colony without treatments. Again, I don't suggest this when you buy bees, um, unless you're buying them from someone who's had bees without treatments for a good amount of time and that they're from survivors. Then you have a better chance. But you never want to just use bees that have been on treatments for seasons and then just not treat them. I mean, you could if money's not an object, but they'll probably die. Um, just like taking anything away, it's taking anything away from something that depends on it. It's just going to die. So like I always say, catch a whole ton of freebies, and then for me, I never treat my bees. So you're gonna have some survivors, you're gonna have plenty of non-survivors, and then you just catch more. They're out. There's no shortage of them. You're. I cannot wait till this swarm boss thing starts up. It's gonna be sick. People are just gonna be loving it. Good to know these things before I get bees. Facebook groups are really hit or miss. You really never know till you get in there. Yeah, it sucks that it's like that. Um, but most of the Facebook groups are just dominated by just conventional beekeeping people. Um, every answer is almost exactly according to the book. There's not usually too much background on where the people asking the questions or giving the answers are from. So you have someone from Florida answering questions to someone from Idaho. It doesn't make it's tough in there. Okay, maybe I wasn't clear what Adrian was asking. Is it possible to experiment with both on the same property? How far apart do you think would be the best to have them? Yeah, no, that's what I thought you meant. Of course, you can have them on the same property, um, but as I was saying, if you're gonna not treat bees, I wouldn't do it with bees that you spent money on. So that's my only thing. I never want to be that dude that says go buy 10 packages or 10 nukes and then just be a treatment free beekeeper with those bees. I'm always gonna be that guy that says don't buy bees, catch catch free bees, and then do what you want with them. Really, I don't care if you treat them anyway. But if you have unlimited free bees, it's kind of like putting your toilet paper in the washing machine. Um, so how far? Adrian. I don't know how far. Maybe it would be good, no matter whether you're treating or not, to have your bees as far apart as you can. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. You can have an untreated colony right next to the treated one. It doesn't matter. They really aren't going to affect each other um, any more than any other two colonies close to each other would. I mean, that's what I think. You can maybe ask somebody, you know, somebody else, get another opinion. I mean, my opinion is that it doesn't matter how close they are. The most important thing is that you're not subjecting commercial bees to the reality of surviving. In the same way, if you had goats, compared to mountain goats or wild billy goats, you don't put them all in the same. They're just gonna the ones that need the cowling are going to die. Hopefully that makes it a little bit clear. I don't know. I'm really curious if I actually get a call for a farm. You watch, dude. I had a crappier website than yours my first year, and I think I got 25 calls my first year with my Wix site, which was one page, nothing like yours, in a city with tons of beekeepers, and you're out there in the middle of friggin' cornfields. Okay, drift is like I said that they won't affect each other any more than they normally would, which drift is a normal thing. So there's things you can do to prevent drift. Like for mine, the ones that are too close, they're different colors. They're different. They look different. On my long hive, it's long, but the entrances look exactly the same. So I put a playing card above one of the entrances. So bees coming back and leaving are going to orient with that card in their brain. They're going to see that coming back. They're not going to go into the ones that go in and out of the entrance with the card directly above the entrance are rarely going to go into the one that's just white because it looks totally different to them. Um, I don't see why a tree to hive couldn't be next. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why. To me, yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't know how to answer questions about treated colonies because I've never treated, but um, I wouldn't even. Yeah, that's just tough. It stumps me because I'm never worried about who treats their bees around me. I'm just constantly every year over and over again, having survivors take everything that comes, whether it's mite bombs or robbing or pesticides, whatever it is. There's only one other person on the web in the city I live near, so just two. Wow. Wow. That's really good. So then depending on how comfortable you are with driving, it's up to you. You could just be like, call this other guy. You can even call that other guy and say, hey, I'm there's a new boss in town, swarm boss, baby. And if you get a call you don't want, you call me. And if I get one I can't get, I'll call you. And that's how we're gonna do it. And you might be I'm like that with several people. They call me, I call them. Yep. Make your have one of those call to action or whatever action buttons that calls right away. I have that. Okay, his number is clickable. Good. Yeah, variables. Yep. That was the thing with Robin, who did this big research project limiting variables. Is the thing. It's hard with bees though because right off the top, the right off, like if you're doing an experiment with mice, what you usually do is you use albino mice, all from the same litter, um, very genetically like almost the same. So you can give them different variables, whether it's a different type of food or some type of chemical, and you can really see a clear way that these mice, who are almost all identical, or they're cloned, um, and you can draw really clear conclusions from that. With bees, even even two colonies from the same mother queen are going to be very different depending on what drones made it with those queens. So so you might have a treated colony next to an untreated colony, and one or the other will die just because of a flat out totally different reason that has nothing to do with mites or something like that. Bees are hard to really um, control all the variables. And then there's things like bias. And then bias is not always so cut and dry. You might be biased without even knowing it. Like I know I would be biased, so I just put it right out there. I'd be biased. I don't it wouldn't do me any good to further the treating of bees because of selection. It takes you backwards. Keeping everything I said earlier in mind, yes, it takes you backwards, but that doesn't mean that I think it's terrible when Joe Schmo wants to keep his few hives alive, or even hundreds or thousands of hives, because that's his business, literally. Let me see. Google business. If I can't get to it, I'll pass the buck. I should do that. Yeah, but it's good when you and the other guy in town can kind of, you want to be like a team, but don't take it too far, because then you got people like thinking you owe them stuff. So don't do that. You know, say we're gonna have a friendly. I had somebody tell me, "Oh man, I almost peed my pants." I thought it was so funny. Told me I was stepping on his toes by going to get a swarm in this other town. I was like, "Oh man, please, please don't ever say anything like that to me again." Because they Googled it and got my name and my number because of the work that I did. And I went and got them. And then they said I was stepping like this is some type of territory, like I don't know, some gang stuff. I don't know. That doesn't work. Yeah, nobody's territory. In fact, I was driving home from work. I don't know if it was last season or the season before, and like maybe 100 yards up this country ass road, I saw people in beekeeper suits, like bright white beekeeper suits, standing up in the bed of a truck getting a swarm off my neighbor's tree, like two neighbors up. Did I hop out and say anything? No. It's like that once they leave my yard, they're free. unless I'm running behind them, banging a pan together or something with a spoon. I just kind of smiled and was like, "Good, there's you got at least you got some good bees if they're mine." But yeah, new. Um, what else? I saw a video today on D Nimmons on how to turn your phone into your camera for this because this is all blurry. I can see it looks like very blurry. If I can get my phone to be my camera, it'll be much clearer. But I like I like to be able to pull people in or share the screen. That's why I like to use this. But I'd like to have a better camera. Patty's here. What's up, Patty? You here? Here to see me flap my jowls up and down about bees and everything else. I talked to the guy, not about swarms, but he may be selling some nukes this year. It's local stock, teaches beekeeping class. I mean, local stock teaches beekeeping. I mean, yeah, support everybody. I guess. I Yeah, you could just use your phone, Adrian, but I don't think you can share the screen with your phone. Yeah, and then use laptop on the side. Wait, what? Wait, are you saying I can do that right now? Like I can get on my phone right now and use the camera? Hold on a second. I think my mind just got blown. I can invite myself as a guest. That's looking like crazy talk. But I'm not gonna. Hold on. I can't do that. Are you being serious right now? Hold on. How am I gonna invite myself as a guest? Let's say. Wait. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah. So let me see if I can do that. I'm gonna go to the Yerturbs first. Go to my thing. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Now let me drop my link into the chat. See if I can invite myself. Hey, Kate, Cat. I think I've been saying cat for a while, but it's Kate, right? With a C. I'm freaking getting old. I'm losing it. All right, so there goes my that thing. Let me see if I can get in there from my phone. This is going to be so sick. Hold on. You're entering a broadcast studio. Oh man. Let's see. Enter.
Okay. Wait a second. Oh no. Hold on. Let me mute this. Mute that one. All right. I gotta put this up here. Oh man. Hold on. Oh wait. Wait. My God, I'm killing myself. I'm echoing. Oh, I got it. Hold on. No, I can't do this. I can't do this. This is too much.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, that was strange, but yeah, I guess it kind of worked there. Um, Hold on, let me read these things. Okay, kitty cat. I know. Come on, I can't get this right. I gotta try that again. Not right now. So I was supposed to mute the PC. Okay. This is what I always try to be, informative and hilarious. Um, Wait, you got to figure out to turn off. Yeah, one of them I had to turn off. Okay, well, that was interesting. How would I do that then? Oh, hey, Ephemeral's here. That's Ben. Ben's ready to catch some bees. Was it clear? I was so freaking out I didn't even really look at it. I did hear a lot of echoing. How long have I been on here? 40 minutes. Wow. Okay, you like the echoing. All right. Well, oh, really? Oh, look at that. Yeah. I don't know if you were here a little while, a couple weeks ago. It got really entertaining. Um, yeah, now you said it was a little clear. Probably too clear. Shows all my imperfections. Do a test live. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Definitely on the next one. I think the way they showed it on D. Niman's video was you had to put an app on your phone and an app on your computer and then run the cord to your from your phone to your computer. When all I had to do was invite myself as a guest. Oh no. All right. Well, I had a little fun here. It was kind of fun there. If anybody wants to either got any news they want to announce or any other stuff to yak about, I'm gonna probably get back to shoveling snow or something. So, how many people? Oh, 12 people. Okay. Still got the mustache going on. I gotta get. I'm starting to like it. I can't help it. I'm not gonna lie. But all right, before I drag it out awkwardly any longer, thank you guys for coming in. I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Come on. I had to throw a come on.